Okay folks, so here we are in Unity and I have created this basic terrain project here. Now this project is more or less ready to be illuminated using our lighting. I haven't added that to the scene. Now the main reason I'm showing you this project is not because we are going to be spending a lot of time working on it. We are not. I have set it up simply to demonstrate to you a feature known as ambient lighting. So to get started, I'm going to click the play button here on the toolbar, and using a first-person controller and my WSAD keys on the keyboard, I can navigate this terrain and explore around. And what I wanted to show you here is potentially two problems. One is related to lighting and the other one is not. We can see here, first of all, that we have this blue background. The background to this level is just completely a bold blue. Now, this is the small side problem that isn't really going to be the main focus of this course, but I'm going to show you how to get rid of it anyway. Let's just press the play button on the toolbar here to exit out of play mode. We can get rid of this blue background by moving over here to the first-person controller, accessing the camera here, and you'll notice in the object inspector we have a background property for the camera. We can click on that background and just choose a color. Let's say I'm going to choose black. We can see it changing in the preview pane here for the camera, but I'll press play, and also in the play mode we will see that we have a black background. Now the second problem is, if you take a look down here at the hierarchy panel, you will see that this scene contains no lights at all. Not even one light. So the interesting question is, if a world that has no light should appear completely black, then how is it possible that I can see this terrain? Because this level has no lighting and yet somehow I can see the level. I can navigate it and see where I'm going. Now the answer to this question is because Unity inserts a default light into your scene, known as the ambient light. And this light, effectively, is an infinitely small light placed at the world origin, and it casts light in all directions for the entirety of the scene. The result is that every surface in the level receives exactly the same amount of illumination. You will notice on this terrain here that there's absolutely no variation in its value, in its shading. There are no shadows, there are no areas that are darker than others. It's just completely uniform lighting. Now this uniform lighting is useful when we are testing out our level and we want to see what it looks like before we have created the lighting. But when we reach the stage of wanting to set up the lighting for our level, it is useful to completely disable the ambient light. Now, I want to show you how to do that. To do that, we move up here to the File menu and choose Edit, and we choose Render Settings from the menu here. This will open up some settings in the Object Inspector, and you will see here a setting known as Ambient Light. Right now, you'll see that the color of the ambient light is a grey. It's exactly 128 there on the RGB. And so we are getting this light shining into the scene. Now, I don't want ambient light at all. I don't want it to influence the lighting in our scene. So I'm just going to drag that right down to the bottom and set it to black. That way we will disable ambient light in our scene. And whenever we are working on our projects and getting ready to configure the lighting, we want to ensure that this ambient light is just black. If I press play now, we will see that the scene is completely black. And that is how we would expect a scene to look if it contained no lighting at all.